COVID-19 pandemic. So this led to longer waiting times for applicants. Additionally, there's a mismatch between the skills of immigrants and the labor market demands. So this is creating challenge has been creating challenges. For example, innumerable number of students have had enrolled in colleges, universities to study business management, business administration, and have been unable to find job employment after completing their education because there were not enough jobs to absorb so many students. On the contrary, there were so many open positions in trade focused professions who did not find the right candidate, the right fit. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Kohinoor Devroy, and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant based in here in Edmonton, Alberta. My details are there in the description box below. My name. Today we are diving into an important topic that impacts many aspiring immigrants, like some of you. It is Canada's immigration system. Canada is going through a series of changes as we head into the year of 2025. I will categorize these changes into discussions in three areas. So firstly, what are these changes? Why these changes are taking place? And what are some of the positive takeaways of these recent changes or announcements? All right. The first change is the Government of Canada has announced a reduction in immigration targets, shifting from policies that aimed to significantly decrease the number of permanent residents. Here's what that looks like. So in 2025, the target will be reduced from 500,000 to 395,000 permanent residents. In 2026, it will decrease further to 380,000, and by 2027, the long-term goal is set at 365,000 permanent residents. This decision aims to pause short-term population growth, allowing for a more controlled and sustainable approach to immigration, I believe. So IRCC basically wants to better manage resources and infrastructure, while at the same time ensuring newcomers are integrated better, much better in Canadian society. Now let's look at the second change. So this is being implemented for the temporary resident programs like the study permits, TRVs, work permits. The new measures would include number one, capping the number of international students coming into Canada admitted. There have been announcements on significant reduction in the intake number of international students starting this fall. Some of these policies are also impacting current students who are currently inside Canada, who may be thinking of extending their study permit. The second announcement was applicable for the workers, that is tightening their eligibility for temporary foreign workers. So now employers will be impacted with a cap of 10 to 20% before hiring foreign workers. And if a certain region or province has an unemployment rate of more than 6% of the population, then it will become further challenging for the employer. So these changes aim to reduce the number of temporary residents, enhancing the integrity of the system, while at the same time prioritizing individuals who can actually significantly contribute to the economy, not like just anyone. The demand versus skill needs to match. Now let's talk about the Self-Employed Persons Program. This program has been paused until January 2027. While this may pose challenges for those seeking self-employment in cultural or athletic fields, the government is prioritizing tech startups that are supported by Canadian capital. This shift primarily emphasizes fostering innovation, economic growth in high potential sectors. For example, I can talk about Alberta, like sustainability, hydrogen economy are some of the key trending industries here in Alberta. Now, moving on to the parents and grandparents program. So the program had reopened in May 2024. However, this is only for candidates who submitted profiles back in 2020, continuing the lottery-based system. So again, it's to improve the efficiency of family reunification, but also clearing the backlog. Next, we will address the closure of important pilot programs for home care workers. So the home care, child care provider and the home support worker pilot programs had closed in June 17, 2024. So highly impactful for the which could worsen labor shortages, the home care sector, especially with Canada's aging population. This program was anyway a pilot, meaning it was temporary and accepted only about 500 applications every year. I have myself experienced that the intake program closing in one day, like it opened and it closed, it was filled, all applications were filled out. Finally, there's a change to the visitor visa category. So this was announced very recently. So before, travelers were issued multiple entry visas a lot. They were issued up to 10 years or till the time your passport was valid. Going forward, now officers will determine the duration for which the visa will be issued, and these will depend on various factors like purpose of your visit, your status in your country, any other relevant factor that could impact. A lot of discontinued programs there. Now, let's take a moment to understand why these changes are happening. Canada's immigration system is facing a significant backlogs, and there have been further worsened by impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. So this led to longer waiting times for applicants. Additionally, there's a mismatch between the skills of immigrants and the labor market demands. So this is has been creating challenges. For example, innumerable number of students have had enrolled in colleges, universities to study business management, business administration, and have been unable to find job employment after completing their education because there were not enough jobs to absorb so many students. On the contrary, there were so many open positions in trade focused professions who did not find the right candidate, the right fit. All is not bad. Amid these changes, there are some positives as well. So there is a new pilot program for caregivers, which will now grant permanent residency upon arrival with a lower language requirement. This is a terrific new addition to the programs. This is a big change aimed at attracting more skilled workers because there is a relevant and actual need, an actual requirement. Then the Quebec Immigrant Investor Program is also back. This offers a pathway for high net worth individuals to gain PRs through investments. So your net asset, your savings, those things need to be in place. Next, in March 2024, Canada introduced a work permit pathway called the Innovation Stream. So this is basically to attract very high skilled professionals in the technology field. Finally, the government is focusing heavily on Francophone immigration, aiming to increase the proportion of French-speaking newcomers outside of Quebec. The Immigration Minister, Mark Miller, recently launched the 12th National Francophone Immigration Week. This was to celebrate the achievements to different French initiatives taken by IRCC. As there were 1700 French-speaking PRs settled outside of Quebec. So what does all this mean for the future? This means Canada aims to create a more organized immigration system with improved processes and timelines. The focus will be a lot on high-skilled candidates. In conclusion, while Canada's immigration system is at a crucial turning point, these changes also bring new opportunities. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Canadian immigration. See you next time.